Better late than never, as they say. My parents' call with Hi-Fi was a start to mending their broken bridge, and I was struck by my mom thanking Hi-Fi for not turning my parents to the wolves, as she said. Reconciliation is complicated, but I took the fact that Hi-Fi and my dad were ribbing each other to be a good sign, as well as the laughter from everyone. I'm Rainbow Valentine, and this is Disorganized Crime. We'll be right back.
When your car breaks down, do you take it to a trained mechanic with years of experience, or do you take it to a celebrity? Then why are you doing the same thing with your health? I'm Tom Holland, and I have a brand new podcast called Fitness Disrupted, a groundbreaking show that debunks the most common exercise and nutrition myths once and for all with science. I'm an exercise physiologist with a master's degree in exercise science and sports psychology, and I have over 30 years experience in the fitness industry. I'm an elite endurance athlete, having completed 26 Ironman triathlons and over 70 marathons and ultramarathons around the world. You will hear interviews with the best in the business, the top doctors, nutritionists, professional athletes, and more. And in each episode of Fitness Disrupted, I will give you actionable advice that you can begin to use right away. No more wasted time and money following bad advice. Listen to Fitness Disrupted at Apple Podcasts, on the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
So I started this podcast after seeing billboards for weed delivery apps all over California, and concerned the pot-smoking kids in weed-legal states were unaware of the extreme risks undertaken by the pot smugglers of yore. I embarked on this project to illuminate cannabis's rocky path towards legality. History is important, and as America moves towards national cannabis legalization, pot smuggler stories are archival prohibition tales, which must be preserved and told, so we don't repeat patterns of behavior based on racism and hate. Remember, reefer madness propaganda started because alcohol prohibition ended and a government official, Harry Anslinger, wanted to preserve his power, hence the frenzy of anti-cannabis hype for a largely harmless drug, primarily used by Mexicans and African Americans, and then beatniks and artists, leading to the counterculture. Harry Anslinger's professional ambition and bigotry led to the Reagan's egregious anti-drug laws of the 1980s that destroyed and continue to destroy people's lives. And the thing is, so many people throughout history and today believe pot is good. It's a powerful, non-addictive plant with positive benefits for many people. Of course, not every human has the same physiology, so not everyone has the same reaction to smoking cannabis. But current medical science is proving that cannabis has medical properties, including anxiety and inflammation reduction, pain management, and inducing the giggles. After all, laughter is the best medicine. I called my parents one last time to record. They've gotten a lot better at it since we started recording about a year ago.
Is it recording?
Yeah. It looks like it. The little red lines are moving.
Yes, it's recording.
Well, what do you guys want to say? Anything you want to say? And here we are in the final episode conclusion.
You go first.
I've been holding in an important and formative part of our family's life for 30 plus years. And I had no idea how cathartically freeing speaking about it and listening to other of my friends what it's done for me. I think for Taffy can speak for herself, but it's just our lives, which that's how we live. We are We're very fortunate on so many levels, especially after listening to the stories I've heard from other of my friends, some of whom I had absolutely no idea about what the hell parts of their lives were going on.
Mom?
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. The truth will set you free.
Or lock you up.
Yeah, or lock you up. But if I had it to do over again, because I'm a real 60s idealist, I could see no reason for weed to be criminalized and taking joy away from the people. The populace, has enough problems and suffering, and if you could relieve suffering and make people laugh, I thought it was like your highest calling.
What are your theories on why you guys never got caught?
Why do we think we didn't get popped ever?
Yeah.
Because I'm fairly clear because it was the way I did business. I was very stringent about who I hung out with, that I did most all of my own driving locally.
Mm.
The less moving parts, the less people, the less potential for somebody getting in trouble for who knows what, and doing who knows what to whom. So I was really very cautious about that, and just consequently, I didn't have a lot of people working for me, and I wasn't so greedy as to do something that foolish. Only greedy enough to do something as foolish as losing my money several times. But we're still here, and I feel quite rich now. Full. Rich is a level of something.
Yeah. Mom, do you have any stories?
Yeah, I like the idea of fulsomeness, from having led an interesting life and striving to create some truth. And I think that two heads are better than one sometimes, and when there's all these bozos around there doing like weird things and not being prepared, I think we were super prepared because we were so paranoid. So what's great about now is that we're trying to lift the paranoia from a lifetime of paranoia and change our behavioral patterns, so that's interesting too.
Yeah, that is interesting. You mean by revealing your stories?
Well, yeah, by being able to be on the phone and talk about weed now, that is like something to overcome. Like for 35 years or 50 years or whatever, you've been afraid to talk on the phone because the phone would be tapped or people or surveillance, and there's a point when you're just you got to stop worrying about it because it doesn't exist. It's a structure that it was completely paralyzing structure. We didn't take chances being hung out there to dry. Usually, 90% of the time.
Except when we did, of course.
Except when hi-fi, that would have been that was a disaster, but any upstanding, drug dealer would have lots of lawyers.
Well, and lots of luck.
Lots of luck. And God loves...
drug dealers,
loves
good pot dealers,
artists. God loves artists and people that take risks. So I think that even though I don't believe in God, that God was there.
That is ridiculous.
Well,
yes,
that's
we're
us.
covered here.
That's us. ridiculous as us. I mean,
Praise the Lord and pass the potatoes.
As I considered what to say in the final episode, I read this quote by Polish poet, writer, and translator Czesław Miłosz. Sorry if I said his name wrong. Winner of the 1980 Nobel Prize in Literature. He wrote, "When a writer is born into a family, that family is finished." Thank you, family, for supporting my writing about you. Because now I know myself so much better. And may our story inspire you to uncover and archive your family's narrative. I started this project without any idea of what I'd discover, learn, or the consequences. And I'm pleased to report that while it's been intense and all-in experience, uncovering the chronicle of cannabis prohibition and my parents' and friends' historic secrets has been overwhelmingly positive, especially for the pot smugglers who buried their biographies for so many years. The truth will set you free. When we humans hold onto secrets and emotions, they become a heavy load. And revealing, communicating, and storytelling releases one from the power secrets and emotions have over us. Stories inform us and remind us who we are. I am a smuggler's daughter. I am the child of psychedelic counterculture outlaw artists, storytellers. And podcasts are the modern-day campfire. And since songs are part of the traditional campfire, I felt sharing my latest song would be a cozy way to end this chapter of disorganized crime, Smuggler's Daughter. I've told my story to the world. Who knows who will be next? Thanks for listening. Campfire style. Live, no fancy tricks. I'm a smuggler's daughter, water sign. My heart's a rainbow Valentine. Raised amidst disorganized crime. The time has come for the stories of pot smuggler glories and downfall. Calling all you hippie kids, calling all you counterculture misfits. The world wants the word from our buses, yurts, and teepees. Well, the word's the same sung in the 60s. Peace, love, peace, and love. I'm a smuggler's daughter, hippie kid. Did you think I'd sing of other things like shoestrings and string cheese and cheesecake with key lime? The time has come for the stories of pot smuggler glories and downfalls. Calling all you hippie kids, calling all you counterculture misfits. The world wants the word from our communes and cob houses. Well, the word's the same sung in the 60s.